Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aaron Knightley, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 simple steps which I use in order to choose my next buy-to-let investment area. What's hot, what's not? Well, 5 simple steps in order to get to that decision. I believe too many people overcomplicate things by too many spreadsheets, too many numbers, whereas in this video we're going to keep it very simple. So stick around to the end and hopefully you take some value. So you're ready to buy your next buy-to-let or perhaps your first investment property. So we start by identifying the area of interest. We all hear the hot topic locations such as your Sheffield, Derbyshire, Liverpool, Manchester, Nottingham and other areas, Coventry, etc. But how do we really know where we should be investing our money? Well, obviously there's a defining factor here, and that is your budget. But taking budget aside, we want to choose the best area for ourselves. What's going to perform and what will continue to perform over the long term. So a very simple step that I use, and again, I try and value my time, because what I don't want to do is travel and spend time viewing properties when really it might not be an area of interest. So identify the area. How do I do that? There is a fantastic website. I will pop it up here. It's called RW Invest. It's a fantastic website that gives you a lot of data, a lot of information about hot locations, basically areas that are doing well. It gives you a lot of information from development schemes to what's going on in the area, population, new companies that are moving into the area that will obviously bump up employment and so forth, and a lot more information. So go check it out. I will put the link in the description below, and that is a source that I use to research and learn about areas that perhaps I'm not overly familiar with, or it's an area that's new to me and I just need to find out about the area. Step number 2 is very much to find out what's hot, what's not. So are the properties selling in the postcode or the area that you're looking at? If not, why not? So you need to find that out. Is there a high rental demand? Because if there's not, then obviously you risk having voids, which is then obviously going to eat into your own pocket. That's not what we want. So we really need to understand the market in that postcode that you are now looking at. And again, you do all of this before you ever go out and view. Okay, so we want to do as much work from the comfort of our own home before we start spending time and energy on the ground going and look at these properties. So now let's move on to step number 3. So now we should be looking at data researching the area, getting to know what's going on in that area, what's to come, what's happening right now, and is it an area that is booming? What's the local economy like? What's the population like? What companies are in that area? So where I would begin on this step 3 is ring the local estate agents. Find out exactly how the property market is doing in that area. Are things selling? What's the demand? What's the rental demand, sorry? What can you achieve for a 2-3 bed terrace, semi-detached? Just understand the actual property market. How is it moving? And estate agents will give you all the answers. They are the feet on the ground, essentially. They are the legwork. So speak with them, get an understanding, and also build a relationship with them. So that's what I would do to begin with to understand a new area. Secondly, I would be using websites such as Home Tracker, which I'll just pop up here. Again, the link will be in the description below, so you can just click it. These are great websites where you can find out information about the property market, local infrastructure, what's happening, what's changing, new development schemes, everything like that. So you can have a good understanding if this area will be booming in the next couple of years with new schemes going on and so forth. I also use propertydata.co.uk, which again I'll pop up here, and this is a great website in order to find out all the numbers. So what do low spec properties sell for in the area, medium and high spec? What's the rental demand, what you can achieve figure wise from the rent, and it tells you a little bit more about the actual area, population, so forth. It's just another resource in order to find out your numbers and information. So I would use those as a base layer to really get a good understanding of what's going on in the area. So let's move on to step number 4. So now that we have an understanding of the local area, the population, employment, what's going on, what new build schemes are happening around the area, we now need to get to the important part, which is crunching our numbers. So we understand the property market, we've spoken with estate agents, we like the area, it's a good area that's rising, so forth. Let's say it's all going okay, we like it. We now need to crunch the numbers. So this is the most important part, because if the numbers don't work, then we need to reevaluate, go through the 4 steps that we've just previously done on a new area. So, but let's say this area that we've chosen is good. Now we need to crunch the numbers, making sure that we can actually afford a decent property in this investment area. So once you've crunched the numbers and everything looks okay, at that point we would move on to step number 5, which is when I would then get off my chair, I would go and start viewing properties, because I've done all my previous checks. I know that this is an area of interest. I really understand it. And now when I'm going to view the properties, another step that I would go and do is I'd actually go and knock on the doors of the locals. So speak to them. What's the area like? How have you found it? What's just everything about it, really. You know, you're going to get so much information from speaking with the locals. So that is step number 5, the very final process of this 5-step checklist, I suppose, is what I go through in order to make that final investment decision to put in an offer on a property. So hopefully this has helped. I try and keep things as simple as I can. Let me know in the comments below what you do, but I keep everything simple. I try not to get emotionally attached to any decision I make. I keep it all on facts. I go through a very simple process. I don't get caught up with spreadsheets because I don't feel that we need to overcomplicate this. I simply go from identifying the area, understanding the market, data researching what's happening now and what's going to happen in the future, crunch the numbers. If the numbers work, finally, I then go and view and place an offer. So please hit the like button, hit subscribe for more videos like this. And until the next video, I will speak to all of you very soon.